Guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2024 BMW 330i.
And a big thanks to Victor and the rest of the management and staff here at BMW of Wesley Chapel for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium or performance vehicle in the Tampa, Wesley Chapel area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Victor.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the 3 Series has been BMW's compact executive car since 1975. That's when the first generation was released. The 7th generation 3 Series that you see here was released in 2018, facelifted last year for 2023, featuring refreshed styling both inside and out, as well as the addition of BMW's new iDrive 8 system, with a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster and a 14.9-inch touchscreen. Outside of the M3 and the M3 Comp, there's 3 trims for the 2024 3 Series, all with a $2,000 xDrive option. We already reviewed an M340i on this channel, one of my favorite vehicles on the road today. And here we have a 330i, the cheapest way into a new 2024 BMW 3 Series with a $44,500 base price. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So we still get BMW's LED headlamps with the high and low beam with the projectors and LED daytime running light. We have BMW LED on the corner. No fog lights, but we get full front parking sensing and a forward-facing camera. Functional airflow in both corners, shutters for the radiator part of the grille. Down below for the intercooler, we also have shutters. Hopefully you can pick them up on camera. The front end here also doesn't have any shiny chrome. We get the black trim down below, black trim for the grille, and some aluminum for the outsides of it, and black headlight housing. Out to the side, we get a upgraded wheel and tire setup. This is about a $600 option. We get these 19-inch rims wrapped in Bridgestone Turenza all-season tires, dimensions being 225/40 R19. And I like the rims, but with these small brake calipers and the small brake rotors, it doesn't quite look as aggressive. I would like to see a more enclosed rim design for a 330i, but these rims would look sick on an M340 and of course an M3 with the wide open brake calipers and rotors. Side sensor 2 helping us out with 360, same with the camera. We do get a 360 here with a relatively low trim, LED turn signal on the mirror, blind spot monitoring on the glass. We get smart access for all 4 doors, aluminum trim for the window trim. It kind of looks like shiny chrome with the skyscraper gray metallic paint color, but it's not shiny chrome. Hopefully you can pick up the aluminum on camera. The window sticker, we can see everything we have available on this 2024 BMW 330i. $44,500 for the base price, $650 for the skyscraper gray metallic, $850 for the convenience package, $700 the driving assistance package, $700 for the parking assistance package. That includes the 360, so I would option in that parking assistance. Remote start for $300, the 19-inch wheels for $600, $200 for the heated steering wheel, $250 for the power tailgate, $500 for the heated front seats, which are the sport seats, $120 for the wheel locks, $190 for the black floor mats, $45 for the first aid kit, $55 for the phone charging cables, $995 for the destination. Totals us out a tick over $50,000. So this is a very well loaded 3 Series, and it's barely creeping over 50 after the destination. I'm sure if you get a decent discount from the dealership, you'll be a lot closer to that starting price before taxes, of course. Standard features, you guys can continue along and see everything else that's available. 3 years of complimentary maintenance, 29 combined MPGs, 25 in the city, 34 on the highway, which is strange. The 2024 5 Series just reviewed in this channel averaged 30 MPGs. So I guess it has to have something to do with that updated mild hybrid system, and I'm not sure if that same mild hybrid system is what we're using here. I'll leave a link right here to tell you if it is. But either way, wasn't expecting to see worse fuel economy on a 330i versus a 530. The rear wheel and tire setup, it is the same exact thing as up front with the Bridgestone Turenza all-season tires, same dimensions, 225/40 R19. The only difference is a smaller single piston brake caliper. We had a dual piston brake caliper up front. Black lug nuts too with the wheel lock. If I didn't mention, we get an additional side sensor to help us out, 360, full rear parking sensing, full LED taillights, turn signals, and the reverse light. Shout out BMW of Wesley Chapel for helping make this review possible. 330i badge in the corner, BMW badge in the center. Dual exhaust tips. I like the way they flare out. And speaking of the exhaust tips, let's fire up this 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine and hear how she sounds. right, guys, that was the sound of the 2-liter twin-scroll turbo 4-cylinder sold by BMW for the 2024 330i. And it sounds okay for a turbocharged 4-cylinder, cranking out 255 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque, enough to get the 2024 3 Series to 60 in the low 5-second range, making it a no-joke performer and still averaging almost 30 mpgs. But what you see is basically what we get. We can shut this hood right down. Hydraulic struts are appreciated. Taking a step back, we can walk around this 2024 330i one more time. I apologize for the wind too. I hope it doesn't break up the audio too badly. Really not much I can do on a windy day like today. Taking a step inside, again, smart access for all 4 doors. Up top we get soft touch, that faux leather trim in the center. It's a very similar color to what we got on the X4M competition that we just reviewed in this channel. It's just this is not a genuine leather material, but it still looks, feels, and smells almost the exact same. 4-window auto one touch, power folding mirrors, 4-way adjustable, 2-person memory seats, aluminum door handle, power opening lift gate or trunk lid. We get the standard BMW sound system, but it actually sounds surprisingly good. We get rubberized texture for the bottom part of the door panel too. You'll fit a foot long in there with no problem, and a big gulp. Make sure the lid is tightly closed because it is sideways. BMW aluminum nameplate as we step inside. The seats are beautiful, well bolstered, perforated. They're not ventilated, but they are heated, part of a $250 option. Fully adjustable, you can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats. 4-way lumbar control and adjustable thigh support. Taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start stop, and everything fires right to life. So interior wise, compared to the 2024 340 M340i we reviewed on this channel, really not a whole lot is different with this interior outside of the sound system and steering wheel. The wheel is not the M wheel, it's not thick at all, but it does feel pretty premium. Solid 10.2 bolstering notch and a 9.3 still feels really good in your hands. It's a heated steering wheel. The horn area is rubberized. The horn itself, loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We'll check the windows. They're probably not dual panes. They aren't, but they're a pretty solid single pane of glass. So for the class of vehicle this vehicle's in, it is very well isolated from the road. We have a cruise control settings on the left side, volume and skip on the right, voice commands, and with this iDrive 8 system, BMW has one of the best voice recognition systems in the business. We can adjust this infotainment display, adjust the content in the center between G-meter, map, media, radio, up to route preview, trip data, and the reduced view. Layout's also adjustable between this view, and the top view. My personal favorite's actually the top view, so we'll leave it there. Beneath that, fuel level, traffic sign recognition, passenger occupancy alert, gear we're currently in, temperature outside, and coolant information. No heads-up display standard on a 330, wouldn't be expected either. We get aluminum paddle shifters though. The stocks have a super satisfying click, auto headlamps, auto high beams, and auto rain sensing wipers. Super appreciated for the price point and for an entry-level 330i. The auto headlamps are on the right side with the parking lights, interior brightness, no power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, but the control, the latch is right over there. Hopefully you get a good look at the pedals. We get a floor-mounted accelerator pedal, and that's about it. The dashboard is all soft touch. It's not stitched. The gauge display is 12.3 inches, and the touchscreen is 14.9. Right now we're looking at the map. It is a super high resolution, super good responding display. To be expected considering their iDrive 7 system was excellent, but this iDrive 8, as far as the display, usability, and ease of use, is definitely up there. We can check out the home screen as well. Everything that we have available in the home screen, truly loaded with adjustments. My only complaint, of course, with the iDrive 8 is the climate doesn't give us hard buttons. We can locate the actual temperature for the auto climate easily, but to manually adjust the vents, to adjust the heated seats, to adjust the ventilated seats, if this was equipped with it, would all have to be done through the climate menu, which could be a little bit distracting if you're driving on the road. Anyway, continuing along, we get music too, phone, and our final screen was the navigation. We can check out our overall apps too, everything that we have available. Hopefully you can pick them up on camera. Cool. My personal favorite to look at all times would be the map, so we will leave it there. Beneath that, we get this wood trim running all throughout this dashboard, genuine aluminum beneath that. A little bit of piano black surrounding the aluminum for the air vents. The air vents feel pretty premium. Beneath that, volume and skip controls, hazard in the center, and hard buttons for the defrost. Wireless charging pad with a BMW digital key, USB-A port, and a 12-volt. You'll fit 24-ounce water bottles with no problem. And we get some wood trim for the outlet of this cover. More wood trim surrounding your center stack area with a button for the 8-speed ZF transmission. You turn off the traction control, access your camera at all time. This is our backup camera. You can also manage the points, throwing it into reverse. Now we get guidance lines and trajectory and an over-the-top 360. That's an impressive feature on a $44,000 base price vehicle. It does come equipped on an option, but that option group is $700 and it includes more features on top of that 360. So I would say that that feature is a must-have. Behind that, you can turn off your parking sensors, auto start stop, engine start stop, sport, comfort, and eco pro. We'll start the review off in sport mode, transition into comfort, and see what the differences are. If you don't want to get fingerprints all over the touchscreen, you got this dial shortcut, which you have shortcuts such as media, telephone, home, map, navigation, back, and option. Just like all the other BMWs we reviewed in this channel, we stay in our backup camera even after we throw it in the park. BMW does that on purpose. This way, if you want to open up your door, you can see if there's any oncoming traffic that's ready to clip the door. So we also get different views such as 3D view with the dial. You can do some 360s around your 2024 3 Series. Cool. We don't get the actual skyscraper gray metallic paint color, but really not a big deal. We also get our car wash view after we press it. There we go, with guidance lines and trajectory, so you can line up your front wheels to the car wash. And our old school parking view. This is my personal favorite to look at all times. Since we're in park, we have to press the home button to leave this screen back to the map. So small complaint, but BMW, as we mentioned, does it on purpose for the doors. Behind this wood trim, we have some leatherette for the armrest. It's pretty soft, not the softest. It's soft enough. We don't get any soft touch where our knee will often hit. The storage space in here is solid. You'll fit 6, maybe 7 12-ounce cans in here. Just as spacious, if not more spacious, compared to the new 5 Series. USB-C port 2 and a light to keep everything illuminated at night. Nice little storage spot for coins or business cards. Outside of the glove box, it's rubberized with a plastic latch, not aluminum like we've had on the 5 Series and the M4 competition we just reviewed. But it's lined and felt, pretty large. You'll fit 20 license plates in there with no problem. Frameless auto-dimming rear view mirror with 3 garage home link settings on it. LED interior light. And we get a very large sunroof, moonroof, whatever you like to call it. The shade opens up quick enough, not the quickest, but definitely not the slowest. The glass will open up right behind it, and I like how the glass goes into the roof, so it's not just sticking out like a sore thumb. We'll see if it goes out any further. It does not, but pretty large opening. You can poke our way out of here. Pretty nice day today in Wesley Chapel, Florida. Sunny and 70 degrees. Well, not super sunny, but 70 degrees. Who can really complain for mid-December? We'll shut the glass right up, we'll leave the shade open, so when we hop out back, you can see how much light is brought into the cabin. But that's about it for the front seat of the 2024 BMW 330i. It is a really impressive vehicle for a sub $45,000 base price. I really don't see how you can beat it. And the options that we do have here, yes, it's creeping towards $50,000, but every option that we have is very useful for daily driving. We get soft touch up top, more of that leatherette in the center and leatherette armrest, aluminum door handle, auto one touch window. Down below, we get more rubberized material for the door pocket area. That's a thumbs up. The X4M competition that we just reviewed in this channel did not have a rubberized pocket. But again, who really cares? I'm just pointing out what we have here compared to what we don't have. You'll fit a foot long in there with no problem. You got to really reach in there to access it, but it'll fit. You'll fit a big gulp also with no problem, but it's super sideways, so make sure that lid is tightly closed. The rear seats, the padding goes all the way out to the door frame, so very couch-like, perforated in the center with this beautiful red leather. Taking a step inside, or a seat inside, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have about 3 inches of knee room. Headroom, I got about an inch, maybe an inch and a half. So if you're under 6'3", 6'4", you'll fit behind your seat settings in the 3 Series with no problem. Compared to the 5 Series just reviewed in this channel, this is really not a whole lot less spacious. It is less spacious, but really not by a whole lot. Hopefully I can find some information and link it right here for you guys to compare the interior space and cargo space between the two vehicles. We do get a full 3rd zone climate control. No heated seats or ventilated seats, wouldn't be expected because we didn't even get them up front. 2 air vents though, we don't get mat pockets behind the front seats unfortunately. The only storage pockets you're gonna have are in those actual pockets on the door panel. Inside of this center cubby area, we have a pretty soft leatherette armrest, 2 cup holders. You'll fit 24-ounce bottles in there with no problem. And this rope makes it pretty easy to access. We also get past it, we pull this whole thing down. And now if you're going on a ski trip, but you want to bring 3 people along, you can fit 2 people back here and still have the skis passing all the way through the center of your 330i. That's nice, practical, and good attention to detail for people who want to actually be able to use the interior space of their vehicle without losing their passenger space. That's about it though, guys, for the back seat. We get LED interior light and a pretty solid amount of light brought into the cabin with this large moonroof, sunroof, whatever you'd like to call it. The cargo space, let's take a step back here and see how much space we got. So for $250, we pay $250 for this power opening tailgate, which is a really impressive feature because you don't see a lot of sedans, even in the luxury segment in this price point, to have this feature. It's not standard, but for $250, it might as well be a standard feature. The hinges are outlined in this plastic felt material, so they're not going to crush your cargo. The wheel well cutouts are solid, so you'll fit a golf bag horizontally with no problem. You'll definitely fit it diagonally. And these wheel well cutouts don't protrude past the seats. So if you fold the rear seats down 40, 40, 20, I'd expect you to fit a 55, maybe a 60-inch TV back here. This really does not look any less spacious compared to the 5 Series we reviewed in this channel. And the floor is lower, so you'll be able to fit taller boxes. Again, I'll link the difference right over here. So on the left side, we have the button to close the trunk. On the right side, it closes the trunk and locks the vehicle. We don't need the vehicle locked, so we'll press the left button. Take a step back, walk around this 2024 BMW 330i one more time. It is a really nice vehicle. I know it's a little bit more on the basic end of things from the BMW lineup, but at this price point, under $45,000 for the base price, you still get a lot for the money. It's loaded with features, super comfortable, quiet, and well isolated from the road. Performance-wise, let's take this 2024 BMW 330i out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the 2024 BMW 330i. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. Let's start off in the sport transmission mode, and let's start off in sport mode for the dynamic setting and just see how it is. So we were just in comfort. The transition to sport barely changes the steering. You feel a little bit more weight, but compared to what it would change for an M340i, not even remotely close. The brakes get noticeably more sensitive. The throttle gets noticeably more sensitive. It's just the steering remains very, very light. We'll take a step out here, try an acceleration off the line. That's a pretty big truck, wow. We'll see how it hits this giant bump. Pretty well, feels just as soft, well, a little bit less soft than a 5 Series, but it feels a lot softer than the X4M competition we just reviewed in this channel. We'll try one out off the line. First gear, on the gas, boost, ooh, ooh, wow. This thing can rip, brakes feel good, downshift, good handling too. Coming, woo. This thing feels really sporty. Steering actually feels okay once you get to higher speed. Mid RPM, third gear pull, woo. The top end is pretty good. Now you don't see a lot of turbocharged 4-cylinders that continue to pull strong all the way to red line, but BMW found a way to do it. Typical BMW, they found a way to make their high performance vehicles even more performance oriented. Tight turning radius, woo! Good acceleration. Snappy shifts too. It's not gonna blow you away in terms of speed, but it will do 0 to 60 in about 5.5 seconds, maybe quicker. Lane keep assist for some reason just intervened. I'd recommend turning that feature off. But yeah, very nimble handling, balance through the turn. And for the high speed turns, check this out. Downshift, throwing it in. Woo! It's a fun vehicle, and it's a luxurious vehicle for the money, guys. This is a serious balance between luxury and performance. Handling is fantastic. Coming out. Whoop. Not bad at all. This thing can perform. One more time, throwing it in. Woo. Tight. You don't really feel understeered, and this is just about the limit. Wow. That thing can handle. We don't have to beat it up a whole lot further. You guys saw what it did, just about at its limit. Throwing it into comfort mode. We'll take it out of manual shifts, and we'll take it out of the sport shifts. So transitioning from its most aggressive mode to its least aggressive mode. What do I notice? The steering is lighter, so sport does make it a little bit heavier, but it just doesn't make it as big of a difference as the M cars would. The 340i, you felt a very noticeable increase in weight in sport mode. I guess I'll take a little stop for the school bus, even though he's on the other side of the street. Since this is all getting recorded, might as well not take any chances. All right, guys, about half throttle in comfort mode. Still feels strong. Good Lord. I'm not sure if I needed to stop there, but there was at least 30 kids that got off of that bus. That was like over a minute and a half. But in comfort mode, the steering is lighter, the throttle's less sensitive, and the brakes don't bite. They bite pretty good, but they don't bite as hard as in sport. If you live in the city and most of your driving is stop and go traffic, I'd leave it in comfort mode. You don't really need the extra sensitivity. If anything, the extra sensitivity would actually get in the way more than it would help. But if you live in an area that has some back roads or some highways, you want to be able to feel a little bit more through the wheel, feel a little bit more response through the foot, and just have a more overall enjoyable experience from a performance driving aspect, then yeah, absolutely leave it in sport. This transmission is snappy, the paddles are super responsive. Luxury-wise, this is also a phenomenal sedan, truly comparable to the 5 Series reviewed in this channel. We just reviewed the 330i, which is a ground-up redesign compared to 2023. Make sure you check that vehicle out. And although that vehicle costs $15,000 to $20,000 more expensive than what we're currently driving right now, I don't know if it's worth the $15,000 to $20,000 extra. Yes, it's a little bit more of a vehicle, a little bit more premium feeling on the inside. Luxurious wise, it's a little bit more premium. We're saying about 10% more premium for 25% more cost. Is it worth it? I don't necessarily think so. So if you're looking for the better bargain compact sedan, I really don't think the 3 Series is a whole lot smaller than the 5 Series. I don't think the cargo space is a whole lot worse. From a luxury perspective, yeah, the 5 Series is a little bit better, but from a performance perspective, outside of the steering wheel, I don't think that the 5 Series had anything on top of this 3 Series. And if anything, with the price difference, I would definitely recommend checking out the 2024 BMW 330i or check out the 340i. Those are the two best value compact to mid-size sports sedans, in my opinion, on the road today. And a big thanks to Victor and the rest of the management and staff here at BMW of Wesley Chapel for helping make this review possible. I'll leave links to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium or performance vehicle in the Tampa, Wesley Chapel area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Victor. And huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.